We'll have to see how this one goes for them. But yeah, the switch up that we're seeing there right at the end, they decide not to go for the position for Earthshaker and instead taking Soxa. And oh, right off the bat, Thompson in some trouble, found, and they give the kill to the man, Toronto Tokyo, that's going to be laning against him. What a start for Team Spirit.
Yeah, some further momentum here, and even a decent obs ward here down from OG, so perhaps feeling a little bit safe in that area. And look, they're going to find it collapse.
30 seconds to
they know.
They definitely seem aware. God, and immediately get it.
It must have been that obs on the high ground there before we came in, probably spotted it out.
Right.
Got them an idea that was happening. So yeah, the panel mentioned at the end there, a little bit of a mix-up here. We're going to have the position for Night Stalker, something that used to be far more common with the previous Aghanim Scepter, where you could essentially get this massive amount of vision for the team, but since that removal, we've seen it not really as often. It's definitely more of just like for the sake of the draft and a flex pick, I would say. I feel like the lane could be rough here. Well, even the start of this game is a little bit rough here for Soxa.
Yadoro chases him down, and with that Arctic Burn slow, forcing back that Night Stalker as he did not start with boots. So off to a hot start for Team Spirit as they are looking to go one game away from moving on, placing much higher in this tournament than potentially a lot of people were expecting from them, and OG certainly on the back foot here. But they're on comfort heroes, a Thompson Invoker, Seb Earthshaker.
They like to be a little underrated too, you know, so
it's true.
That could also help them here being down one game. They're going to be looking for some early damage in this top lane. Seb starting out with the Enchant Totem. Don't have the benefits of the Aftershock, but he's trying to get as much harass on Yadoro as he can. Trying to start burning through this regen, but there's a lot of regen up here. There are 6 tangos, a salve. Yadoro's got himself a couple tangos and a Fairy Fire too. Already starting out with the stick, which is awesome versus the core Shaker, by the way.
You love to see that. It's going to be so much regen consistently given there. And of course, similar situation coming from that Invoker who doesn't end up getting one of those denied. Always frustrating to play against these Quelling Blade heroes. Although we'll get out that Cold Snap, get some good pressure on, pulls back in a little bit, but with the creep wave already passed and next to the tower, won't be any extra harassment there.
Yeah, Lyrical, this isn't a spirit hero.
Yeah.
What is this strange juggler of orbs? The Invoker here, ladies and gentlemen. So, Quaswex Invoker, by far the most common one that you're going to see these days. Likes to get around early on the map with an urn, try and set up some plays. But I would say, largely, at least in my experience of the Invokers at TI so far, falling a little flat on the early rotations, and it feels like they don't actually come online until they really get into that big Aghanim Scepter. Now, with the Philosophy of OG, though, I'm kind of expecting this is almost just like an Alacrity hero right now.
Yes. Given more and more, if possible, to that tiny Sumail and pullback. I'm a little bit shocked, I'm going to be honest, that they gave this to collapse as Mira finds that kill on a No-Tail and
nice
finding another one on the opposite side. 3 quick ones for Team Spirit.
Thank you, production, catching both of those at the same time. Very nice stuff here coming out. So again, yeah, I mean, this was similar to last game. The kills were definitely in favor of Team Spirit, but the economy kept moving forward for OG. But we mentioned that OG, they felt like they kind of stalled out a little in that mid game. Despite having the heroes that seemed like all they want to do was to fight and to kill, but they pushed out the creep waves and they couldn't actually secure those further objectives, particularly the tier 2 line. Tier 2 mid and tier 2 top stood for far too long and really seemed to be the point in which the game became a serious problem for OG. So we'll see if they try and get a little bit more aggressive this game, see if they can combat that, and once they hit those first round of items all around, just start getting a little wild.
Well, for now at least, it has been a very interesting one. What I was going to mention a second ago is I just can't believe that they gave Collapse Magnus again. A lot of confidence being exuded by OG here to give it back after the performance that he had. And you know, think about that last game. He was making those horn toss plays into the skewer back, into like a Yule Scepter, right? Yeah. Without a BKB or any of those things. He just made it work and had definitely the standout performance I've seen from him so far.
Well, he's definitely still feeling it down in that bottom lane. He's spraying the Seb down. He's throwing out No-Tail's voice line whenever No-Tail comes around him. So, surely in a good mood after a game like that.
Can they pull it together for the second one, though? It's the big question here. Sumail so far on the tiny 19-4 versus the 10-3. And then, of course, we saw Mira getting a good couple of last hits there as well on the line.
Yes.
Zagged by the Nature's Prophet. And just quickly up top, it happens.
What do you expect, you know? Your Night Stalker and Shaker into a A Wyvern and a Lifestealer doesn't feel like this is going to go very well for you. I'm sure they're aware of that. Not able to really get any like big pull plays either, you know? Maybe that's going to start happening here.
Well, it's really all in Sumail, who has to obviously keep farming since he's position
Mid lane.
1.
Dropping low here. The silence comes in. Toronto Tokyo able to jump, get sprouted.
Assimilate, gets that little damage buff.
Yeah.
Able to back away from it. Moshka, in the meantime, has a DD. The Remnant used out. They're actually able to get the bottle refill off that.
Nice defense right there. And now Mira coming in.
Has to be careful. Jump through 1-1 with this DD. Toronto Tokyo wants to go to work. Will he be able to get out of there? Assimilate, jumps in the ball. What? He turned onto them instead. They thought they were saving Soxa, but they were just dying themselves.
Oh, they can't believe it. Collapse happily cheering on his allies from the off lane there. It's 6-0 as the supports contributing early here from Team Spirit. Mira Miposhka, a great series so far, and the greed.
Dude, Toronto Tokyo is not one to mess with. This man came here to play on this day.
I mean, he must have been really low there, like 400 HP or something.
Yeah.
Just got blown up, sticking around too long.
7-0 start. This young team, Eastern European, making the most of it. They're going to sneak away that bounty rune. And has the jump away, maybe. Ooh, low on mana. Dissimilate. Has to be careful. Miposhka nearby. They're bringing everybody the echo out, but the cold embrace keeps him alive. The silence afterwards. Toronto Tokyo trying to live, but won't be able to. They bring 4, but that's worth it.
That's 7-1, but still only a 1,000 gold lead right now for Team Spirit. Sure, it's still early, but you look at those last hits, and Sumail just towering above there. It's 70 right now, and a lot of those just straight up in the lane. Having a fabulous start. At the very least, did lose a courier, so that's going to slow down his acceleration for a bit.
And in the meantime, you can see Mira being chased away by these Trans. Miposhka also in the area, able to sidestep that Tornado EMP combo. And also during this time, we saw the Night Stalker head on over to the Dire Ancients and place away down one of those sentry wards. So it's going to be blocked out continuously. But back towards mid again. The taunt. Soxa silence wearing low. And Toronto Tokyo not able to find any extra follow-up there. But yeah, Sumail's just been AFK farming, hitting a heck of a lot of creeps. As we see Collapse also getting closer to that mech now.
Nothing phasing Sumail. Allies coming through, enemies, and I'm going to hit some creeps right now. So that part of the mission for OG certainly going well as this lead again just tapers off to pretty much nothing for Team Spirit gold-wise, but surely the comms are feeling really nice for Team Spirit right now. Up 7-1, you know? Just won game 1. Collapse has just been chilling on that off lane. Being relative, you know, free farm for a Magnus at least. Sometimes you can have a rough time in the lanes, and now has his friends back here supporting him from the tree line.
Pulls in, RP, connect, Finger of Death, done.
That's a stack.
Mira gets the kill, and you can see that even though you have all these last hits onto Sumail, as far as net worth is concerned, they're starting to catch up on the rest of these cores and hopefully get into those first items for Team Spirit. RP down, smoke up, walk for Sumail, stunned right at the start with Yadaro there. He gets the rage off, looking for the chase down. Collapse able to back out and get away.
They still have Curse here.
Oh, have to be careful. Toronto Tokyo showing up. They're going to use the Winner's Curse just to set everything up. The pullback with the Aether Remnant, but the walk forward. Have they bitten off more than they can chew? On the side of Team Spirit, looking for the run down. The Fissure connects onto both of them. The jump through Sumail down so low. Mira, one more hit. It's not enough. They chase him, looking for a follow-up. Soxa onto Toronto Tokyo. Another cold embrace. They don't have much left in the tank at all. Echo is out afterwards. The Yule Scepter into Collapse then. Toronto Tokyo tries to get out. But do they have anything else left in the tank? Now infesting over to the side. Seb makes the kill happen. Miposhka getting ran down. The Lifestealer infested in and looked for a kill but couldn't find it.
They spent so much trying to bring down Sumail. I can't believe he's actually still around here, not able to get all the way home yet.
Miposhka, cold embrace, now the turn onto Thompson, wanting to finish him off. Run bit by bit with this armlet getting active. It's Tornado, the last second Mira needs to find the kill.
Mira, no.
Just off the skin of his teeth, he gets out of there. And Thompson tries to run, but Collapse moving in from downtown. Can he find the angle? Does he get lucky with it? They can try and chase this, but instead spot Soxa. Yadaro, the run through, shows himself, and there's going to be the eventual finish. Just mayhem in the bottom lane.
Well, there's a lot to break down there, and where do we even begin? I mean, the initial attempts onto Smail obviously failing. They spent so much, and I think Team Spirit probably just fortunate not to lose even more, considering how many of their resources they burned there. And oh yeah, we got ourselves a. And also, oh man, Mira at the end there, when Invoker's running up the stairs and he didn't go for the spike because he wanted to give the kill over, and he was holding it. It was sitting there, and then he tried it long range when he missed. You're going to regret that one a little bit, I'm sure.
That's painful. A Sunstrike came in there, comboed together with the Nature's Wrath, and a quick pick on to the Lion. Keeping vision with those treants that whole time as well. But still less than 1,000 gold separating these two teams. And the fact that they were able to keep Yadoro alive and has now the Empower going to finish through these Ancients. Maposhka?
Oh, meanwhile on top,
Jumped on. Fissure, Chant Totem, gonna fall. Winter's Curse, maybe a chance. Oh, the Sunstrike caught him right at the end. Well played by Thompson.
Eliminating any chance of escape there. They go right back to the tower and take that down. Thompson is pushing out this bottom wave, though. Any chance for a catch? Would be a tough one. Fast first. Oh, nicely done.
Now tries to move in there. And a couple more punches fingered. That Thompson tries to get out with a rage. Will be enough. So oh, wait a minute. Are they going for more now? Toronto Tokyo with the Haster and Tempt and Fate.
Yeah, he's under a ward right now, so has to be careful. Seb, very willing to drop an Echo on him, I'm sure.
Non-stop action, 16 kills, 14 minutes.
The treant's actually bringing a wave over to Seb.
Yeah.
In case he wants some farm here, that's nice. No-Tail always helping out his allies.
That Blink Dagger being done really opens up Seb's game, but obviously the Force Staff would make it that much better. The defensive abilities against that Lifestealer needs to stay up close and send personal. The damage. And Collapse in the meantime, with the mechanism done, gives them some more of this team fight potential, but also wanting to finish off that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and you saw how scrappy that fight was, right? But now, you look what we got from Thompson. He's gone for that Rod of Atos and the potential Gleipnir later on. So not needing that urn to just try and go for the cold snap plays, really wants to ensure that you don't have the big playmaking potential. He wants to put some pressure on the itemization of Collapse to actually find that BKB or maybe a Dispel of some sort, right?
Right.
You don't want to give him that same freedom that he just had last game.
It is interesting, though, because it feels like as, well, the Atos comes out, this isn't bad here. Tries to get him in. The mech, though, keeps him alive, and with Maposhka nearby, they really don't have an opening.
Yeah, and the Arctic Burn onto Seb, preventing the blink.
Round 2, looking for it. Seb, he has a big one! The Echo comes out, catches on to both, but the Hex is there to turn it in the Winter's Curse. Skewers them both together, tries to find it. RP, and now, do they have enough with the Empower? The big amount of damage coming out onto Seb. It was looking good for a moment, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Do they have anything else left in the tank? The chase down, another great impale onto Sumail, catching him now. They get the Sprout, but they've got him caught in there with them. Yadoro chases, right clicks, dead, done. OG, where you at?
Almost got no-tail there at the end too, but much like game 1, it's these early plays into tier 1 tower that end up felling a couple OG heroes. They did get the tower in the end thanks to the trusty catapult.
But no, Lifestealer got the deny on it last second.
True.
Well played. And now?
Oh, Thompson.
Going for more. Seb, gotta be careful there. Looking down south. Tried to find an opening there on the no-tail, and they'll get him. Maposhka ends up going down. Again, this absolute chaos there. Mira misses the stun. Seb jumps forward, gets the kill. Team Spirit, gotta be careful with this movement now. Saxo wants to chase this. Another great fissure there, gonna connect the Atos afterwards, but the Yule Scepter keeps him alive for the moment. Seb tries to hit the timing, but it's not quite there. And now with the Lifestealer back in front, he finds the kill on a no-tail, and then TP's out right in front of him.
No tools through that one here, of course, if you don't get that initial silence off, especially, right? Like, that's one thing he has to watch for sure versus the Night Stalker. Just make sure he doesn't miss out on that rage TP, but nice play there. Yadoro will finish out that SNY too, so ready to continue the battling and doesn't have to worry as much about scaling better into the late game thanks to the Empower on his squad. And now, well, Magnus, he's feeling personally empowered here with that Blink Dagger.
And you're now starting to see a situation too with why this position for Night Stalker has kind of fallen out of favor, right? Like, you don't have a great farming mechanism, but he needs to get into that Blink Dagger and just doesn't have the gold. Aether Remnant gonna connect, and when you're out farming that far forward, you can get punished.
I do think he plays the... Oh, well.
Atos, Winter's Curse, turns it around now. Thompson out in no man's land and gets punished as well. Team Spirit constantly right on top of the ball.
You know, the second half of that last game, we had to talk about collapse a lot. But I will say, I do think that Lion is a fantastic hero versus OG in the way they like to play, right? They love these tricky little plays. They love to tease, to taunt, and to sort of break you with the outskill. But it's really hard to outskill Hex Earth Spike.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little cheeky, a little bit fresh, and then one single stun, you're getting chained all the way to death.
Well, and I think that there's something too about like that horn toss into Earth Spike, right? It allows you to find kills without using RP that you otherwise would have to use that big ultimate for, and then you can save that for the big fights instead. It's just so strong if you can have, you know, a combo that play together as well as Collapse and Mira have been.
Yeah, for sure. And Mira, of course, last game putting a lot of emphasis on getting that Blink Dagger despite being a little bit behind with the map pressure. Mira, again here, just farming up neutrals. Gonna get that Blink Dagger at a pretty decent time, especially with that mid wave coming in through here too. I imagine they'll probably try and offer that over to him. And OG sort of falling into a similar playstyle as last game where things are just trying to be stacked on Sumail, but this game he's just not nearly at the same pace.
It really feels like there's a, you know, they have to play a little bit more passively, at least until these items come online. And Team Spirit, they're not going to give them that opportunity. They're keeping this pressure on. Smoke up. OG, do they realize what's coming? They're actually going to open up on the Yatoro, but the rest of the team coming in time to try and save their carry. Is it going to be quick enough, though? They jump in! Oh, the RP! But he already died! And now the Winter's Curse afterwards. Sox in some trouble. Toronto, Tokyo, and they are all in pretty deep at this point. If they can maybe find a couple quick kills, that could be good. Thompson, down low, dead. Rooted afterwards. Maposhka, Mira, right on top of Sumail. Jump forward, Seb, trying to save this. He's done it so many times to them before, but can they do it again? Sumail walking away ever so slowly, bit by bit, trying to escape, but Mira, he won't let him go. The jump forward, this Lion, and Collapse doing absolutely everything for Team Spirit here. As 4 go down, Seb tries to get away, but will it end up happening? No. The Yule Scepter lift up into the Remnant. Toronto, Tokyo having a coming out party, absolutely owning on this Void Spirit.
Sounds good to say and looks good to watch. Toronto, Tokyo, easy game. Is that a voice line? I don't think that was a voice line.
Wait, what? Oh my God! Observer, press enter and go up. This man just dropped it right in front of him. On the main stage of TI, an elimination match. Talk about
he's feeling
a hell of a moment.
Oh, this will be that turning point video if they lose this game, I'll tell you that much. Cause
oh my God.
You know, you don't want to give any incentive to OG, but a great start to that fight, too. That entire fight was without Yatoro because they got the silence right away. And I want to say that Sox, like, it's a very tough game for this position for a Night Stalker. He's doing a fantastic job of playing really well with the ulti because that's his only tool, right? He has to fly in there. He has to get that silence. He's providing the vision for these full team fights. And despite the fight starting so well, they still lose, like, almost everyone.
It's unbelievable. Team Spirit coming in. This team, they were started in the group stages 0-4 and then proceeded to just not lose that many games. They've been winning everything, and you can see here as we continue on.
Almost everyone, everyone, as you can obviously see from the top of the screen. Replays exposing. Gleipnir now done. That's like, did you just do that? Did you just type that in there? Oh my.
That was the moment for the Kyle chat wheel. You talking to me? You talking to me? Didn't do it.
True, didn't hear it. True, after all that. Well, the chat wheels file a little silent sometimes.
Still, less than 1,000 gold leads separating these two teams, 10-22. And Team Spirit, the ones in command.
Toronto, Tokyo jumping in.
Certainly not out of it. Walks in, finds Thompson. Seb tries to salvage it. 4-step out, not enough. Now looking towards No Tail. They're going to pull in this Nature's Prophet. Just running them ragged on OG. Team Spirit won't be denied.
They're just making these picks look so easy. 100-0. They're falling. And that sucks. So this is with the ulti. He's under the obs, though.
Another round of it. They just keep dying, one after the other. Team Spirit claiming those kills.
And Toronto Tokyo moving under an obs here from Seb. I don't think he's going to try and go for anything too crazy. Knows that this Void Spirit's there, but some quick math, 2,000 damage, level 14 Shaker. Maybe with the Prophet, he's got a chance with the Invoker here too. I think they're going to try it. Let's see. And we'll see what's said here, of course.
Looking to try and get something, and Toronto Tokyo, recognizing the danger, backs off. He knew. And in the meantime, you look at this. Team Spirit gonna try and claim the Aegis.
Oh, the instant, the Sunstrike, and then the TP right away from Thompson. He wants to be here. Doesn't want this one going for free. Tornado now.
Starting the fight off. Obviously has the rage afterwards, but Roche down. Aegis claimed.
Not lucky enough to get the damage there from the meatball either.
Right.
Yeah, maybe just hoping he could force a snatch.
Team Spirit gonna smoke.
Try and get the bounty for OG.
Fested Lifestealer inside Collapse. Doesn't have the shard yet.
Oh, and Collapse this time too, eh? Yeah, Toronto Tokyo, of course, setting up for the easy one last time onto Thompson.
Follow the couriers. They're gonna take you to the heroes.
Oh, I love that.
Right on down the way. No tail is there, but they jump and find the back line. Able to catch onto Sumail. That's a pretty good target. Hex afterwards. Yadaro eaten up this Tiny as Sumail eventually falls.
Oh, and they were so close to just running into no tail too. That could have been so much better for OG if he was the one to fall, but grabbing the king instead. He has fallen, and now Collapse. Well, they might just find no tail anyway.
Even gonna drop the RP
This is from the laning stage. This is from all the voice lines and the sprays.
Stay together.
Team Spirit putting on a performance here. Showing everything. And did he find him again? Collapse runs into Seb.
Screen. Seb.
What? Just like that. They find themselves. Seb trying to give him a high five. And find the kill again.
I think he was changing his chat wheel binds. He got caught in the trees there. Snagged by Team Spirit, just finding everything right now. And now able to pressure with this Aegis. Still 3.5 minutes left for Staff, for Collapse. Now we just gotta wait for that shard to come out, and he'll be back in full force once more here.
Look at this. I mean, this is the thing. You know, you start the laning stage off even, but kill after kill after kill, and off the back of Collapse, this mag that OG gave to them in game number 2, they felt like they had an answer, and so far it hasn't looked like it.
All right, there are no doubt incredible tools in these team fights for both teams, though. We have a total of 5 Blink Daggers on the map now.
Yes.
So everyone's, you know, lots of opportunities to make your play here from both squads. Most importantly, Soxa, I think, able to be more valuable in these team fights by trying to get that silence and getting right on top of Yadaro.
This could be incredibly important for them. And they need Sumail there too. Like, they really don't have the damage otherwise.
Yeah. And, I mean, there is the Force Staff as well from Collapse, as we mentioned. So that's a great counter to Soxa, just because he just needs that little smidge of I'm not silenced, right? For Yadaro, and he can get the rage off.
Gonna walk in. It can start heading down bottom to pressure this tier 2 tower.
I love the use of this Aegis, just closing in on the map. They're using this gem. They're moving through, looking for every bit of vision, every sentry, every obs. Just taking them down one by one. Team Spirit want to take away the map from OG. But you gotta imagine they're feeling I would think a little nervous, starting to shake a little. Like, it feels like you're doing so well, right? This is OG elimination.
That's true. Do you start to feel the nerves? Do you start to feel the wind come in their direction? Can they keep up the momentum?
You question yourself more when you're winning. Right. When you're losing, you're looking for solutions because you have a problem. You see the issue. In a game like this, like, you're ahead and you're just trying to keep that momentum going forward. You're scared a little bit sometimes in terms of, like, what can they do to come back?
All right, and we've seen OG come back from bigger deficits than this before, even in the grand finals. They've got heroes that can make the plays. Will it happen, though? Looks for the silence, not going to get him. Toronto Tokyo playing that one safe, and down bottom, they got a Lifestealer that OG need to deal with. Throws out that tornado, gets the lift up, the pullback. Skewer, catch, Thompson in trouble. On the other side, they're also battling it out with Seb. The chase is there, and Thompson going to fall. Mirror jumps in, gets the finger of death finish. Collapse off to the side. Maposhka not going to be found. They get the skewer, or rather the shockwave, into the kill, and they force out that buyback. No-Teal's going to pressure top.
Yeah, he's got no other choice. Just going up there. Gonna perhaps send in some treants here.
Fissure, the only thing that can slow down this Lifestealer right now. We'll get hit by that tornado now afterwards. But again, that pressure, it's going to be mounted top. We've seen this before where Nature's Prophet can force back heroes, but will they happen now?
They're so weak in comparison, though, right now. Like,
it's true.
He's got the solo cracks, he's got a couple of the big ones, but, I mean, there's Yadaro just hitting your base. 30 seconds still left here.
Yeah, and they still have Glyph available on Team Spirit if they need to use it. Yadaro hits it, range racks down, takes the first, backs away with the team.
Dire's structures are fortified.
God, what a match. What a series. Team Spirit came out here punching the champs in the mouth.
I will say he got more damage down than I expected.
Yeah.
He's sending them back in and no one's TPing. They don't want to break the formation. So they're just going to sack the tier 3. Now, tier 3 is not as valuable as they used to be, but look, the fight's happening. This is why they don't want to break it up.
Catches there. Stun afterwards. Pull back in. Dead. Done. Looking for more.
He blinked in.
Collapse. This guy's a little bit crazy. Tops and Sumail looking for an opening there. They spot one. Avalanche walk forward. Mech, but the save is out. And now Sumail BKB'd. It's going to wear off soon. Has to back out of there as Yadaro chases. The winner's curse is going to connect. And afterwards, Soxa, he just has to disrupt it, but no! He can't get there in time. The jump in. Zap tries to salvage it. Isn't enough. The Evil Scepter lift up. Mira goes down, but they pull him back in for more. Yadaro too strong on this Lifestealer. 3 dead, no buyback. Is this going to be the end for OG? As Soxa also to fall. Everybody's gone. And look at this Team Spirit going in for more. Oh, Yadaro, you tempted fate. You thinking about going into the fountain? They regain some focus, but with no buybacks, can they just try and end it?
It's tempting. There's tier 2s in the other lanes.
Could this be the downfall? Team Spirit, they can sense an end right now. A chance to move forward, get top 6 in this tournament, and you've got 25 seconds with no Sumail.
They're not hesitating.
Trying to end this one. Team Spirit looking to go all together. There are racks that are being taken up on the top side of the map, but they've got their eyes on the prize. They want this agent, the Sprout, to walk inside of it. Oh my god, he's just going for the spider legs through. They get the vision. Oh gee, there's nobody left alive. It's only no-till. There's nothing left, and GG is called. Team Spirit end the game, taking down OG. What a Cinderella story here on the main stage.
Absolutely incredible Team Spirit. And look at them, they're cold. There's cold stone in there. They just knocked out the champs.